Hello, my dear sister, beautiful woman of the earth. You are so welcome here today in this space, joining the yoga class with me today. I hope that you've been feeling well and that you've been taking care of yourself in whatever way feels good to you. And today we're going to flow through just a really feel good, full body vinyasa. So when you're ready to start your class today, come and join me simply in a seated position on your yoga mat. I am myself sitting on a brick right now, so if you have a yoga brick or maybe a thick book or a folded blanket or a pillow, feel free to just sit on top of that and anchor your sitting bones really nicely at the beginning of this time together. So, inviting you to take a moment to acknowledge that you are here, that you are starting a yoga and movement class for yourself, and just allowing any thought, any excess of anything from today, from the week to go onto the side, out of this space, and to only be with your body, be with your present moment and your heart. As you take a few mindful breaths, so maybe inhaling through the nose, exhaling through mouth, and again inhale, exhale, breath out. One more of those, inhale, and exhale, breath out. Beautiful. And now we'll take the prop from under if you were sitting on something and find a tabletop position for a few cat-cows. So hands come under here, the shoulders and the knees are just right under the hips. Focus your attention on your back and particularly on your spine, so really all the way, so from the top of the head and all the way down to the tailbone, and inhale nicely as you arch your back, look up, and then exhale around the back, look between your legs, and we go again, inhale, look up, shoulders sliding back. Exhale, look down, round the back, really pushing the floor. And again, look up, arching the back, belly drops low. Exhale, look down. Do 3 more of those in your own time, inhaling now. When you've done your last round, prepare to come back to your tabletop. Find your grounding and your balance. Maybe you want to put the knees, slightly closer together. And then we come in, lift the right arm and the left leg off the floor in a nice long line. And just breathing here normally. So active hands and leg. You can squeeze your left glute quite nicely here to have a good support. And then very slowly on purpose, taking that hand and foot out to the sides, just really as far as you want to go. Have fun with this. And then back to center, and then take it out one more time. Just trusting yourself, being in your body. And back to center, place everything down. And lift lift the other side. So right foot, left arm off the floor. Squeezing right glute, engaging the core. And taking this out to the side, let's go, stretch yourself. And back to center, one more time, out to the side. And back to center. Find your tabletop again. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips into downward facing dog. So the hands are flat on the ground, space between the fingers. I separate my feet. And the chest is close to the thighs. Knees can be bent. Beautiful down dog pose. Allow a moment here just to feel the sensations of this shape. Really pushing the floor away and letting your head and neck just be relaxed. Don't hold any tension in the neck. And simply look between your feet. Now look between your hands and slowly walk yourself all the way to the front of the mat. And rise up in a mountain pose. So mountain pose, palms of hands are facing the front, and I'm just looking out at the horizon, standing straight, feeling my heart space just really beam out with light. And the feet are planted firmly into the earth. Now keeping your head straight, looking out at the horizon, lifting the arms up to sky, inhale. Exhale, join the hands together and all the way down to the floor. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, step into a plank. Let's go, hold the plank for a few seconds. Nice strong arms, nice able body. Just enjoying yourself here. Feeling the fire of this, that's beautiful. Push yourself into down dog. In your down dog, walk the feet closer together. Let's lift the right foot all the way up to sky. Let's go, let's feel this sensation. Big, nice opening. And place the foot down. Lift the left leg up to sky. Open here. Relaxed neck. And place your foot down. Look between your hands and walk yourself to the front. Rise up in standing. And we continue to flow. Arms up to sky. Inhale nicely. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time step your left foot towards the back. For lizard pose, walking the right foot out a bit to the side here, almost outside of the yoga mat. And both of your hands are in a line with the right foot. So lizard pose, couple of options. This might be nice. Having the knee on the floor might suit you. And some people even come here on the forearms. So whatever option you want to go with today. Breathing here. Now carefully slide your hips back and come into a forward fold, not a forward fold, a half split here at the front. So the right leg is straight, I'm leaning a little bit down and the toes are flexed towards me. You should feel a nice little stretch in your right hamstrings here. And slowly release that pose. Kick your right foot towards the back and let your left foot be at the front for lizard pose here on this side. So knee on or off the floor, hands in alignment with the front foot. Big nice opener for the hips. A nice stretch for the legs as well. Beautiful. Now come into your half split. Flexing the foot towards the chest, leaning down, and just enjoying that. Now let your left foot come back for your tabletop. Take your knees out wide for child's pose. The big toes might be touching or they're close together. Arms can be extended on the yoga mat. Forehead on the mat. You can also put both of your hands under your forehead like a pillow. Breathing here into the lower back, into the hips, letting all your upper body be heavy. And on your next breath, pushing yourself up away from the floor. And hopping back into your down dog. Let's go. Here in down dog, we're gonna lift the heels off the floor and then back on the floor. So just practicing having the legs straight in down dog, if that feels good. If you need a little micro bend in the knee, that's absolutely fine. So breathing into your hamstrings, the back of the legs as you do this. So up on the tippy toes and then back down with the heels. And one more time, up and down. Very nice. Now walk your feet closer together. Lift your right foot off the floor and place it at the front between your hands here and rise up in high lunge. High lunge, all 10 toes are facing the horizon. Back heel is lifted off the ground and my front knee is bent. Hands can be up to sky or joined at the heart center in prayer. Coming into warrior two, so looking over the left side of the room, my back heel comes slightly inward, toes out. And the hands are in a nice long line, bending that front knee still. Reverse warrior, tilting towards the front and then coming with the right arm all the way up to sky, looking at that hand. And the left arm can rest on the left thigh. Opening up the right side of your body. And gently transitioning into pyramid pose. Or triangle pose, sorry, this is actually called triangle. So front leg is straight, I'm carefully leaning here down with my right hand and then letting my top arm, the left one, just come up to sky. And gently come and rise back at the front in your mountain pose for a moment. Open heart, soft face. finding gratitude here for your body. Inhaling, arms all the way up to sky. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come into a plank. In your plank, we're gonna take the right knee to right elbow. Now let's go. 1 and back. Same with the left one. Left knee to left elbow, starting now. 1 and back. Beautiful. Push yourself into down dog. And then lift your left foot, bring it to the front between your two hands and find high lunge here. So placing your feet first and then the arms either up or at the heart center. Really feeling embodied in your own self, claiming your presence. Looking over the right side of the room, coming into warrior two, the back heel slides inward, toes out. Tilting slightly towards the front and then coming into reverse warrior, left arm all the way up to sky, looking at the thumb, right hand on the thigh. And bending that front knee. Straightening the front leg for pyramid, so slowly bringing the left arm to the floor or to the ankle here perhaps, and then top arm is leaning up and I'm looking here at the right thumb. And gently come back up to standing to face me in the middle of the mat. So in the middle of the mat, we're going to take a few balancing poses, starting with warrior three. So standing on my right leg, lifting the left foot, kicking it here at the back, and starting to look down at the floor. Hands at the back or at the front, whatever you find best. You can have a very small bend in the right knee if that feels better. I know it does sometimes for me. And then slowly starting to lift your gaze up as you come and grab your left foot with your left hand for dancer pose, leaning the torso down, right hand reaching out to the horizon. Fixing a point of focus to help you with your balance. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, switching the sides, you can shake your legs a little if you need. So planting that left foot strongly into the earth, and then kicking the right leg at the back and away from the floor in a nice long line. Warrior three. Looking down on the floor for focus and stability. Slowly lifting your gaze up, coming And grabbing here the right foot into the right hand, torso slightly down, left arm towards the horizon, dancer pose. So once you've locked into your pose, just holding that for a few breaths. And gently placing your foot back down for our final pose of today's session, Malasana, the yogi squat. So taking the feet out wide with the toes out and heel slightly in. So it doesn't need to be perfect, just do the pose in whatever way so it feels nice to you. So you basically want to come here with the hands in prayer. I'll show you on this side as well. So big, nice squat, and you can have the heels lifted off the floor if that feels better. I know that for me sometimes it does. So just exploring how this feels in your body. Again, no need to be absolutely perfect, just really practicing this pose. And then releasing the yogi squat when you're ready. You can come and sit in the middle of the mat if you want for a little card pull to end the session today. I hope you've enjoyed and that you feel good in your body. So let's see what the spirit world has for us today. A little message perhaps after the class for the rest of the day or the week. And I'm drawing here the protection, so a tree surrounded by roots and branches with a heart. And what I'm intuitively just picking up is that we all are responsible for our wellness and for our lives, and that we should always protect all the practices and the different ways that we want to live to feel well. Protect your own self in the sense that you want to be an active creator of your different daily life and practices and everything. So you deserve to be well, and you should always protect that. Have a nice rest of your day. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed today's class, if you had any poses that you liked, and I'll see you next time. Take care.